It's kind of funny to think we only have one more sock in this game, because as you see, you get 8 golden spatulas. Well, as you see, you get 8 golden spatulas for Patrick, and in Flying Dutchman's graveyard, we have one more sock to get. And if you look at the sock count, it's 79 out of 80, 10 for each sock, so 80 socks. Anyways, well, hey, my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I'm JodoPlays, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Excuse me for a second. Off screen, I had to fix the audio that was in my ears because my headphones have a thing where they do separate audio for the ears, so I kind of have to adjust them accordingly. Anyways, in the last episode, we started the Flying Dutchman's graveyard, and this episode, we're going to continue it. I just wanted to say that really fast and whatever, because I spent enough time on this anyways. But anyways, that bungee is actually for a golden spatula, unlike the Kelp Forest one, which I never actually showed off, because you don't need to show it off, because it is literally only for a 50 shiny object. Anyways, after that good old moment in time, we have this thing here. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not the hardest wall jumping in this game, but it's kind of annoying, because you kind of have to go with the flow of it, I guess. I mean, not with the flow, but you get what I mean. You kind of have to go with it. You have to kind of wait a little bit and not do that, because if you do that, then you'll die. And if you die, that is not good. Now, does that one guy come back? Yes, he does, but I believe if I stay far enough away from him, he will not harm me, and he will not harm the viewers. How would he harm the viewers? I don't know. But this one over here I'm looking at is really dark on my TV, so it's kind of bad for me it's kind of bad for me to actually see where it is, but I am fine after that. Okay, when you do that, it kind of gets a little scary for a second, because you're not exactly sure if it was going to work or not, but I guess I went in the view of the chuck, and then I went out of, actually not the view, but I went in like the radius of the chuck, and then I didn't. If you wanted to know, that BizBot was actually up on one of the higher levels there, and now this thing here, I actually want to try this. This thing can be a little bit annoying if you don't know how to do it, but let's see, let's wait a little bit, and there we go. Okay, I am really happy that I actually did that first try, because that thing can take a little bit of practice if you don't know how to get it. And oh, Jesus, do not get hit by the one guy either, and then get knocked off, because that's not a good thing either, because if that happens, then you have to worry about a whole bunch of stuff. But I actually want to try something. Let's blow this thing up. If it actually doesn't blow everything up, which I think it will, okay, it did, but I actually had a glitch here back when I first did my test playthrough of this game, where I glitched through one of the tikis. Like, I was literally, like, right here, and I was standing inside the tiki. I can't explain. I don't know exactly how that worked, but if you want to know, that thing down there is supposedly supposed to be one of the hardest wall jumps in the game, but I kind of made it look really easy, because I guess I've had some practice on that, but I will say that thing right there, it can be a doozy if you don't know what to do, because it had been a doozy for me for a really long time. I had spent many a tries on that. Anyways, let's go to the Dutchman's ship, as you can see way out in the distance. Oh, I thought there was going to be a cutscene there. Never mind. If you want to know, this button here will actually... Okay, I'm still not used to the camera. This button here will actually bring a ship back to you, which will make it so you can go back to the previous area. But Mr. Krabs is here to talk to us.
Spongebob, swab the poop deck.
Oh, I already did that joke with Squidward, Mr. Krabs.
Yes, well, it's a good one though, eh?
Oh, sure is.
Here's what you need to do. Destroy all the power generators on the robot ship. Once the power is off, you'll be able to shoot the Dutchman's cannons to destroy the robot ship.
Cannon do, Mr. Krabs.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. That pun, I will say, that pun was probably the worst pun in the game so far. Now, the bad thing is, I kind of remember what to do here, and I kind of don't. Well, I kind of don't, that's what I'm trying to say. It sounded like I said don't. I mean, it might have sounded like I said don't, but I don't know. But I want to get rid of this guy first, because I do not want to have to worry about a slick on this thing right here, because this thing can be annoying as, like, in and of itself if you don't go fast enough. But with a slick shooting you, it can be even worse. But what we have to do over on the enemy robot ship, The burps are always here. We have to actually destroy all of these power generators to make it so they don't have power. Either that or so they don't attack the robot. I mean, so they don't attack Flying Dutchman's ship. I'm not exactly sure for which one, but it will actually tell you once you actually destroy all of those. Because I believe you... Well, I don't know. I think you can activate all the cannons on Dutchman's ship before, like, getting all of those things deactivated, but I don't think it will do anything because you won't be able to get it. Now, there is actually a sock up here, which I'm surprised I got that as SpongeBob, but I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat over here. I mean, it's not really a cheat, but if you actually use Sandy's glide feature over here, you can actually grab onto this, which makes it really easy in order to actually get to the one area over here. Now, I might have to actually really swing back and forth on this in order to get it, but you will actually be able to glide over here and do all this stuff. Now, I'm not exactly sure if you were supposed to glide over here this way or another way, but this is the way I've always done it, because it just makes it a lot easier to get through, and also you can get rid of the Duplicatotron right there. But now we have everything on the robot ship completely destroyed. So now we can go over here. I believe the way you were originally supposed to go up here was, I think you were supposed to bubble bowl or something and then jump your way. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm going to be getting these things over here, which on this one upper area of the Flying Dutchman ship of joyness or whatever is actually where you can hit the final switch to do the one thing. Now, okay, I accidentally landed here. I was supposed to get something else, but I guess that's not supposed to be until later. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen here, unless I can actually do this, which I can do that. But I'm going to have... Actually, no, I'm not going to have to cut out. I can just go on right on there. Okay, I guess all's well that ends well, but I do actually have to use SpongeBob in order to get over to the one area which activates this thing over here. But I believe the other ones you can get as Sandy, or at least I think you're supposed to get as Sandy. So we're going to be switching to Sandy, and then we're going to be going over there and getting these things, because as you see, you have to actually jump on these platforms here, which I believe we could have went a little bit lower on those, but I guess I skipped the first one, because at first I'm like, wait, I swear you could have done this as SpongeBob, but I guess you don't have to do it as SpongeBob anyways. That is one of them, but I believe there is actually something over there, but it's not really of any importance, I don't believe. If it was of importance, then I would really mention it, but there is something over here, because there is one last thing we can go over here to get, and if you saw the one cannon actually do, well, not one cannon, if you saw the one robot doing the one thing, well, first, as you see, once you actually get those, all those cannons done, the golden spatula will appear, and the master kill them switch will appear, I guess. What I was trying to say was there's a Chuckster up there, and I believe you only get shiny objects up there, but we have 83,283. We have more than enough than we are ever going to need. Now, I'm probably going to be getting 2 golden spatulas in about probably the fastest succession ever, because now that we have gotten that done, I believe now we have the one little thing we need to jump on, if I see it correctly. Yep, and now we jump on that, and now we are able to go here and get that golden spatula, which I believe I actually saw a 50 shiny object over in the one area, which I am going to try and get right now, because I believe I saw it right over here, and it is right in our grasp in order to get. And we got it. Okay, that was very late of actually saying that, but now we have to switch to SpongeBob, because we need to use the ground pound ability in order to hit the master switch and set fire on the robot ship.
Defeated the robots!
That you did! But now that I look at it, I think I'll keep this golden spatula. It's so nice and shiny. It reminds me of my first buried treasure.
But what about our deal?
Ah, never make a deal with a ghost. Deals don't mean anything to me, except for that great deal I got on a butter churn back in 1873. What a prize, I tell you, nothing beats creamy hand-churned butter.
Wait just a cotton-picking minute, Butter Boy. We did all that stuff, and you're backing out like a sea weasel.
Sea weasel? Ah, them's fighting words. If you want this gold thingy so bad, come and get it.
You're on.
if you didn't guess already, we have to actually fight the Flying Dutchman in a battle. Because, you know, you kind of thought, well, isn't the Flying Dutchman kind of a shady character? I mean, in the show, I guess he's kind of good and kind of bad, but you do actually have to fight the Flying Dutchman. Now, the only way I can describe the Flying Dutchman, he is extremely repetitive. I mean extremely repetitive. This guy can get really annoying towards the end, because what happens is you see he's doing these 2 lasers, then after he does another set of 2 lasers, goes to his nose fire. Then when you go to his nose fire, you have to go behind him and use your lasso in order to get his tail. But after that is done, you're going to be oh, I never got hit. I thought that was an actual, like, underwear thing. Now, after he is done massaging his tail and he's all sad or whatever, he's going to be now shooting 3 nose lasers. But the one bad thing about this is, he does 3 nose lasers, but he also does the 3 nose lasers 3 times. Then the next one, he does 4 nose lasers, and he does the 4 nose lasers 4 times. You can kind of see how this gets very repetitive after a while, because you're just like, okay, nose laser, nose laser, nose laser, nose laser, just so much nose laser, and then the fire will finally happen. And yeah, you know. Now, I don't think I will be stupid this time, because I don't expect me to die like I did the prawn. Of all things, I remember 12 episodes ago, I believe. I mean, yeah, actually, it's been over half the series, dang. But 12 episodes ago, I did the stupid thing and died to prawn. I did not like that. That was not one of my best moments. If I'd have to say any moment, that would not be a good moment. But now, as you see, he does 4 of those, and you see those things go away eventually, because the 4th one actually, like, well, the first one goes away once the 4th one goes, but since Sandy can just use her lasso, these are really easy to, like, dodge, and he never knows exactly where you're going to be going, so he just kind of tries to aim where you are currently. I mean, actually, no. He kind of goes a little bit off of where you are, but basically, like I said, if you just keep doing this, there's no possible way you can get hurt. So, as I said, Flying Dutchman, is he difficult? No. Is he annoying? Yes. Well, I mean, I guess they wanted to make the pirate annoying, because he's being annoying, because he's not actually giving us our good old golden spatula. And there we go. That was 4. I kind of lost count there. Now, one last time, and we have killed the Flying Dutchman. And actually, there's a little bit of time before the cutscene happens, so yeah.
Had enough, you dirty ghost?
Dirty? I'll have you know this jacket has been cleaned twice.
Everyone stop fighting! I think I have an idea!
Here you go!
Oh, it looks like my ship. It's even got all the little mold that flies. How thoughtful. All right, you little rapscallions. Here's the golden spatula.
I always like that high five there. It's kind of funny because Sandy was in her, like, punching stance when you don't, like, move her for a long time. So it's kind of funny how that was. Anyways, we are now done with the Flying Dutchman's graveyard. We have everything we need to get in here. So you know what? There's really no need for us to leave the correct way. We're just going to be going back the Bikini Bottom way. Now, you might have been thinking, wait, what? We're only like 13 minutes into this episode. What are we going to be doing for the last part of this episode? Well, I was originally going to be doing this in the episode where we fight the final boss, but now, since we have a good amount of time left, I'm just going to go in there. I am going to be getting all the golden spatulas from Mr. Krabs and Patrick.
So, do you want to trade shiny objects for a golden spatula?
Yes.
That's quality craftsmanship, that is. Come again.
Now, you basically have to do that for many times, so you know what? Instead of cutting this out, I'm just going to speed it up. Oh, well, first let's actually press the R button, then speed up. And I believe that's the last one we get from Mr. Krabs. Let's talk to him again.
The only good robot is the one that's given me them shiny objects.
That is when you know you've given him every single, like, amount of shiny objects you could give him. And now, you know you have enough when you have 40,000 left, or over 40,000 left, because you need 40,000 in order to actually go into the theater, which will be shown off in a bonus episode. That'll be the episode right after this. But now, before we end this episode, like I said, we gotta do the Patrick stuff. I didn't actually show the text, so let's show it this time.
Wow, SpongeBob, you found some!
Now they're back home, safe where they belong.
Here's your golden back scratcher.
Spatula.
I don't speak Italian.
Now we can speed up. I'm going to admit, it's kind of sad to see that we have 0 socks now, because it makes it feel like we did not get any socks at all.
Now if I could only find my other sock.
It's on your head, remember?
Well, of course. Now where did I put it?
Well, it is not on your head, because as you see, there's not really any sock on your head, or is there? Maybe it's a transparent sock, I do not know, but now, since this episode has been the episode where we have gotten the most, no, not shiny objects, where we have gotten the most golden spatulas out of any other episode in the game, I have to say that that is about it for this episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. In the final main episode of this game, the technical finale before the bonus episode where we go to the theater and show off that police station over there, in the next episode, the finale, like I already said, we will be going to the robot headquarters of the Chum Bucket, where we only needed 75 golden spatulas, but we have 98. So, this has been Jodel Plays saying see you later and goodbye.